Good morning. This is my first time recording my live trading. The date is December 31st. The time is 6:21. The market opens in 8 minutes. Right now what I'm doing, because I have a little bit of a late start, I'm setting up all my charts. So I'm going to go ahead and type in all the stocks that I'll be keeping an eye on today. I got Roku. Now, I'm a part of a inner circle group that I use kind of as a scanner. So whenever, every morning, they post some of the advancers, the gainers, the ones that look that like they're going to be gapping up or gapping down, the ones that are going to have a lot of movement or momentum. I usually type those ones in here just to keep a close eye, just to see if there's any opportunities that kind of present themselves while I'm trading. Now, if you're new to trading, this all looks complicated, trust me. If you're not, you're probably like, this guy's a newbie, and that's because I am. Nothing to be ashamed of really there. All right, so those ones are the bigger stocks I'm going to be keeping an eye on. You know what? I'm going to put S-Dow on here too. This is just, I'm just interested to see. The S-Dow is a reverse of the real Dow. And if the Dow goes down again today for the second day in a row, it'd be interesting to see, just what takes place there. SPY is a big one, obviously. If you do trade, you know this. It just tracks the S&P. I got NBCN. Just gonna go ahead and fill that all in. Shabba dabba dab dab down, baby. God, and there's 7 minutes. Now, you're only seeing this one screen of mine. I actually have a laptop, too, that shows another type of indicator called level 2s. My trading setup's super basic. I have one computer, well, technically two, but the other one I just use for my inner circle, so I can keep an eye on any sort of alerts that come up, maybe any opportunities that other people see. Let me see here. Now, the type of stocks that I really like are the ones that aren't crazy volatile. Let's see here. Yeah, like these things are just, ugh. All of these ones are. These are the dailies. Check the 5-minute time frames. I would like to see the extended hours, but I'm not being able to see that at the moment. I'm trying to figure out actually how to see that. Oops. Oh, man. Boom. I guess that's how you do it. 4 minutes till open. I don't personally like trading pre-market because my setup, it's just, you can get burned pretty easily on this kind of stuff. And like, I don't have a brokerage account that, I use Webull. And to be quite honest, like, it just wouldn't keep up with the speeds that are necessary in order to make trades pre-market. That's why I like a little bit slower moving stocks. So for example, if you look at this y-axis right here on this chart, Rite Aid, I've been doing a lot of trades with Rite Aid. Ooh, this one, Oh, this one's going to be gapping down. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes today. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. But see how there's like 1547. All right, let me go like this. It goes from $16 to $16.50. That means there's only a 50-cent movement. It'd have to from move to here, which is a big move. Clearly, big move. It would be 50 cents. So if I bought 100 shares of that, it's like, I'll get 50 cents a share if I were to go long on that position. However, a stock like this, you look at the y-axis and it goes from $9 to $10. That's a dollar move. So a lot more faster moving stock. That's a little trick. All right, market's now opening in 3 minutes. I look wonderful. I have my beanie on. The only thing I don't have with me right now is my little puppy. She always trades with me. I got my bowl. You need one of these when you day trade because, why not? If you see me looking this way, it's just because I'm looking at my other screen. Oh my gosh. This is the last trading day of 2019. Last trading day of the decade. Pretty crazy. It's going to be interesting to see if there's actually that much movement today. I don't even know if I'll place a trade. We'll see. And this is also my very first time recording. All right, markets are opening up in a minute. Tesla is already pre-market is down 2.3%. Rite Aid is down 5.38% before the market's even open. Unfortunately, I can't even short Rite Aid for some reason. My brokerage doesn't allow it. Tesla, I should be able to if the opportunity presents itself. Opening bell, here we go. And here we move. This guy, Roku, just flew up here. Boom. There's always more movement early in the mornings with traders. NIO, this is interesting. Coming down here to the 200-day moving average. Watch this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to trade. Go to NIO. Let's see what's going on right now. Came down to $4. Let me see the context of the chart. It's up pre-market. This might be a good opportunity. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. This thing gapped up 85%, so that's clearly a lot of momentum. This one's a pullback. Okay. one of those fast movers, but overall it's in pretty much bullish context. So if I can get write it down here, 667. Try this out. So buy, I'm gonna start with 50 shares. 657. Actually, I'm gonna do 100 shares. And I'm gonna do a stop loss around here. 615. That's too much. Okay. Oh man, okay, I think that was gonna bug me. Okay, so technically this is my trade setup right here. I'm gonna look to, this is my first time recording, so it's very awkward talking into the mic while I do this. So that green line is gonna represent my buy area, which I should buy up a little bit higher than that. I'm going to adjust that. And then this is going to be my stop loss area. So my buy should be like right around here. 691. I'm going to do 692. That's the low of this candle, 690. All right, so I'm going to do 695. So I made a few adjustments there because I don't feel like losing $100 on this trade if it were to go the opposite direction, even though overall context of this chart is bullish. So if this reaches down at the green line, I'm going to be bought in for 50 shares. I'll be selling my 50 shares as a stop loss right here. So there, I'm into the trade. And now let's see what happens. Right now I'm looking at 30-minute candles. Okay. Let's check out the 5-minute time frame. So I can probably expect a bounce right around this area right here. 651. Probably going to move my stop loss up just a little bit here to 616. Mitigate some loss. The only reason why this is because I'm looking at the 5-minute chart, having it right below this 50-day moving average, or not 50 days, I guess 50 candles, so 50 times 5 minutes, whatever that is. But I'm going to move it up a little bit to 618. Go ahead and modify to mitigate some. So look at as far as I'll be losing $52 now when I move it to 6.18. Now the most I can lose on this trade is $38. Okay. Let's do this. So the MACD is showing signs of weakness right now. I mean, it's not, there's no divergences or anything like that, so that's, you know, a decent sign. I probably should explain that later before getting into the trade. Nothing crazy with the RSI. It's not oversold or overbought. This is a good area for a bounce point, I think. So we should see something good come from it. If not, like I said, the most I can lose in this trade is $38. Got to be okay with that. And trust me, I do not win all my trades. I have like a 52% win ratio for the month of December. I got to recalculate that. I don't know. It was like 48% for a while, and I was still actually positive, which is kind of nice. All right, I'm going to look for some more setups. Markets. No, that looks confusing. Don't care about any of that. Where's my stocks? There they are. Hey, look at, there's my shares right here. Yay. So actually, really quick, one thing that I didn't do was I didn't go over like a strategy as far as what happens to take profit. So typically I like 3-to-1. So 835. Okay, yeah. See this point right here, right here. Let me see here. Let me get a horizontal line. Mark that yellow. Right around this time frame, or right around this line, is like a breaking point. So if you can break above this, you probably see a larger run up. But as you can see, my risk right here is, you know, not that much. And then my reward is right here. So I have like a 2.5 maybe, no, 1.5, 1.5 to 1. Risk versus reward ratio, which is better to have it like more up at the 3 range, but I'm not going to get rid of all my shares right here. And this I plan on consistently moving up closer and closer as each candle forms in the 5-minute time frame. So this right here is a good opportunity to win some cash. You never want to risk this much to win this much. You want it to always, you know, the closer it is to your entry point, the stop loss it is, the closer it is and the higher your target. Those are better risk versus reward standpoints. Now, once the white line crosses the green line, if it does, if my trade goes in my direction, then I'll be in the positive. So then it's just let it work for me, which I'm really bad at actually. One of my downfalls is cutting my wins short. It's always a pain. But you know what? No pain, no game, you know what I'm saying? Dang. Okay. Back to work. I'm reading some alerts in my chat right now. Dude, you need to have an inner circle of where you trade because you can use them as a scanner. So anytime that they post a specific thing, it's so easy to just pull it up. It's a great tool. Okay, so this is actually a little update. It's running into this green line. This green line is known as the VWAP. Apparently, it's a very popular indicator for algorithms, and other traders. Basically, in theory, what it is, how I use it is when the price point is below the VWAP. Now, this could also act as support or resistance, but when the price is below it, that means it's a good value to buy it. And then when it's above it, typically it's not a good value to purchase it. However, you can still use it as a support or resistance. So right now it's trying to break it and it's kind of get pulled back down. Ugh. This is going good, actually. This is actually in my direction. Hell yeah, it did. Okay. Hello. All right, I'm just going to keep a closer eye on this little bad boy. Now you're probably saying, why do you only buy 50 shares? You have $27,000 account. I'll tell you why. Because I ain't trying to get rich doing this, dude. I have a different plan in mind. I'm just trying to get enough to pay my mortgage. Shoot. You know? I'm tired of everyone posting up on YouTube that they made $5,000, $20,000, $100,000 in one trade. It's unrealistic to new traders. And I am a new trader. Look at this freaking thing just move. Hallelujah. All right, I'm going to sell off 20 shares. I'm going to do it right at... Come on now. I should have been more prepared for this. Oh, it just broke my target. Okay. Oh, break it. Sell 20 shares at 820. I'm ready to take my profits. If I can actually move my stuff. Oh my gosh, I missed it. I'm an idiot. It'll push. I'm slow. That's the thing with these fast movers. There we go. Bam. Okay. There's my first trade. Now, this obviously broke. It could have did a way more of a pullback. So really quick analysis as to why I wanted to just get out of the trade. Really, I should have probably just sold a portion of it because I was so in the green. My daily goal is to make $100. Nothing crazy, especially with this size account. But when there's one candle that forms that's this big, typically what happens is it acts as a rubber band, so it shoots green way up here, and then it gets this pullback or consolidates into what's called a pull or a flag position, and then it could potentially then break to new highs. But when it reaches a certain point, now see, it's so funny. So let me see here today. So that trade was $62. That's a good trade. That's awesome for me. Yesterday I made $77 off just one trade. Yeah, see how this, look at how this is pulling back now. See, that's a mind mess. Like I could have just sold a portion of my shares, you know, took some profits, and then hopefully it consolidates sideways and shoots back up. But sometimes I just don't want to be in a trade that long. And when the opportunity presents itself, as far as this did, I just want to take my profits and move. So go ahead and delete these. I'll keep an eye on the trade, keep an eye on the stock, and then go from there. And as you can see, my workflow, not that good. It's because I'm a beginner, but even beginners can make money. You just need to have a strategy, which is always annoying to hear because people don't know that. And by strategy, I mean don't just watch a bunch of YouTube videos like this one on how to trade. It doesn't work. Look at this move. Look at this guy go down. I'm so happy that I just took my profits up here. You know, shoot. Or I'd be like, oh man, in my head, I'd have the voice that says, oh, you should have took your profits, you son of a gun. All right. Pausing for a second here. Rad looks like it might be trying to. Okay. All right, so this is Rite Aid. There's a lot of movement going on here. So why I like this is you can see that bottomed out here pre-market, 1463, and then it's been constantly making new highs. So this is kind of like an ascending triangle. Now it looks like the break point is 1550. So if it goes above 1550, you might be able to see a shot way up. Well, maybe not way up, but now the indicator, oh, there it goes. Man, sometimes you got to be able to move fast to make some money, you know? And then this is going. So this, I'm actually seeing that this could be a good opportunity. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good opportunity. Except I just missed, I missed it. Look at, so if I would have been a little bit quicker on that position, I could have made, 20 cents on this. So if I would have traded 100 shares times 20, or 100 times 20, 0.2, I don't know what that would be, $20 maybe, somewhere around there. But when it breaks, typically it back tests, and then you can potentially see it move farther in that direction. So yeah, I can buy right back over here, 1543. Let me check my level 2s. So my level 2s, one of the market makers here is holding 22,000 shares at 1525. That market maker is Goldman Sachs. They have a buy order right here. I'm trying to figure out their move here. Look at a different time frame, 1525. Okay. I know why they have it there. So you have Goldman Sachs, market maker, hanging out at 1525. Basically right here. And as you can see, it's above this candle, right below this candle. The low of that candle is 1525. Sneaky little guys. So let's see. What I would want to do is called a little slick maneuver. I put my, it's just rolling up. They have a sell order right around here, which is basically right below the 8-day moving average. I like to just plot them out just because they're the bigger market maker. Do I want to mess with this? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna check out what other opportunity comes. You never want to force a trade, okay? So if you don't see something that you really like, don't get into it. stop trying to make $1 million in a day. That's why I don't like those YouTube videos. It creates unrealistic expectations of what it is to actually trade. And maybe some of these people are making that kind of money. Maybe, it seems legit, but maybe they've also been trading for their entire life. Or maybe they haven't. Maybe they just started and they won hella money to begin with and then started placing gigantic trades, which is dangerous. It's dangerous because if you're given a lot of money, you have expectations to continue to make a lot of money. Look at this thing go. Oh, look at it's like, yeah, it'd be good if it dipped right here, and then it dips right around there. If it breaks this up, it'll start shooting up. I make 20 cents. No, I'd make 30 cents. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got, because I missed this one. That hurts a little bit. It's still early. It's been 30 minutes. Not even. It's been, basically, let's just say it's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes, and guess what? I'm up. $60. $66. Do you see this? I'm still looking at Rad. Do you see where it bounced off of? That was exactly, what's so funny is this is right here where Goldman Sachs has a sell order of 22. The market maker has 22,000 shares. And then you can see right before it touches it, there's all these other traders. They see it. So they start selling their shares to take profits because they don't want to go up against that. Doesn't mean that they can't break through it if more buyers come in. But the disciplined trader knows to take profits right here. It's pretty good. Take profits doesn't need to take them all off the table, which is what I did on my other trade. And boom, look at it, it's breaking through. Ah! Coles. Check this out. This is a trade that I plotted out last night. Let's see how it's doing. I didn't leave my, never mind. So the reason why this one looks good to me, now this is actually a pretty decent stock to trade. At this point, this right here is a good line of support. It's a good line of support right there. Boom. Now, this hammer candle that formed represents a bounce point. All these high wicks. So a lot of buying comes in here. But then a lot of selling happens right around here, which is by the 50-day moving average. And then you have a 200-day moving average pushing itself downwards in a downwards momentum. So and then as you can see, like it gapped way down just one day. That's a huge gap. And then it's like been grinding itself up. It's now above that big support line. And now it's consolidating, right? It's a flag position or flag. And now it's trying to look for a way to potentially get up. Now, if it can break this 200-day, you can see a really good breakout. But then if you look down at the MACD, it's nice and spread right here, nice and upward direction. It's going to be interesting to see if we can break above that 50-day. Now let me look at the 5-minute time frame to see if it's worth trading. Nah. Rad is 2 minutes of grinding. So I just got an alert that Rite Aid is grinding, which basically means it's moving up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you see how this broke through, and then this candle, this candle came down back over here and back tested the original that big order that Goldman Sachs had, and that was acted as a support line, and then it bounced up. That's depressing. That is depressing. All right. Let me see here. I'll trade this high 1612. For some sort of pullback. Jeez, this thing is a beast. Man. I just got alerted from this stock labs. I don't even know if I'll be able to short this. Okay. I'm going to turn off extended trading hours just because it's no longer as important. So, oh my gosh, this is great. Let me see if I can even short sell this stock. I'm going to just do one. I'm going to just do it at 40 just to see. It's going to tell me if it can't. Yeah, it's not supported for short selling. This stock looks cool because you had this huge gap down, which shows very bearish momentum, and then you have it consolidating to the side. So it's forming what looks kind of like a cliff. And you got this hammer candle forming, inverted hammer candle, and it's like this straight line. So if it goes sideways, this is just going to be beautiful. If it breaks down, it's going to chop, 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 chop. But unfortunately, I can't have any piece of it because I can't short sell with this brokerage. So cool. Remember those 2 lines with Goldman Sachs I put? I was like, yeah. Totally. Could buy down here. Where was it? Was it on the 30 minutes that I did that? Oh, man. I just like watching it. This would be a good buy area if it can come back down here. Even right here. This keeps on. We might see some consolidation. This right here would be a good area. 1625 would be a good buy order. Buy 50 shares, 1625. Stop loss would be right around here. 1588. Okay, I'm in for Rite Aid. So this one is going to be where I entered. And this one is going to be my stop loss. I went in on a 50 share position. Now, if you look at why I did that is because it looked like there was a lot of support around this area. So I bought in just a little bit higher. We'll see what happens. My stop loss is below all this previous support, this candle here. So yeah, if it comes back down here, I might buy another 50 shares, to be honest. I don't see it breaking through this candle. If it does, then I'm going to get stopped out. But this gap right here of what I could potentially lose is $18. It's not anything crazy. I'm not going to lose $800 on this trade. And I'm okay with that. And then I would love to see it break through the 50-day moving average, because that will act as its new support. It'd have to be break more right around this area, to be honest, because that's, yeah, it would have to break around here. Oh. Cool. Target. You're supposed to figure out the target ahead of time. I just saw the good opportunity to potentially make some decent money on this trade. So my target technically would be, yeah, it'd be right around this area. Previous support acts as resistance, so you just be like right around here. You know, another 1.5 to 1. But hopefully I can move this little guy up as time goes. I would like to see it maybe potentially come down here. Maybe not. Let me see where we're at on all the indicators. Yeah, why not? Should buy another 50 shares down here. $16.15. Buy another 50 shares. 16.15. So I'm put another buy order right here. Doesn't mean it's going to get filled necessarily, but now I typically trade 100 share lots. Nothing crazy, but it's realistic to what my goal is. I have a goal of making $100 a day. I feel comfortable with the losses that only 50 to 100 shares bring. And if I really see a good opportunity, I up the level. There was one trade this month where I was trying to discover what amount works best for me when it comes to share lots, because all I do is trade equities. I don't really trade options yet. Futures, Forex, Bitcoin, all that gross stuff. I just do equities. So I lost my train of thought because I'm watching this. Yeah, so one trade this month, it was with Facebook, and one I only trade on my desktop, but this happened to be on my cell phone, which is also a poor move, and I thought I saw a good opportunity. Probably was, but you know, looking at your phone, it's not the greatest way of trading. And I was used to doing 20 shares, 50 shares, 100 share trades. And I was like, I'm just going to up it to 500. So I upped it to 500 shares on a big stock, Facebook. That's a leveraged trade. And what do you know? I mean, it's not surprising what happened. It goes the opposite direction and stops me off for almost a $600 loss. And this month, I made that back and some now, but I had to reduce my share lot. You can't go from 100 shares, used to being comfortable with 100 shares, up to 500. You're in theory going up 500% of the amount and the amount of emotions that go through that process. So I'm trying to scale it up a lot more slowly, about 10% when I feel comfortable, 20%, 30%, and go from there. So right now I'm just doing 50 shared lots because I don't get super anxious about it. But I know that as soon as it starts breaking into 200, I'm like, oh gosh, please go my way, come on. And then I get emotional. So you got to keep the emotions out of it, and it's going to take a time before I can scale up to that point to get higher shares. But this is for the long run anyway. I'm not trying to get rich hella quick, as nice as that would be to make, $5 million this year. It's not going to happen. Yeah, realistically. And it's so crazy to think too, and I'll bring this up on other videos, but $100 a day is about $24,000 a year. You're like, well, no, there's 365 days or two, whatever, into a year. However, there's only 5 trading days a week, and some are holidays. So do the math, okay? It's typically $2,000 a year. You got 100 times 5, it's 500. You get 4 weeks, 2,000 times 12, that's $24,000 a year just by making $100 a day. My portfolio size is $27,000. So if I go into the new year and I make $100 a day on average, that's 100% return on my portfolio. Let's be realistic. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. The stock market had its greatest year this year, and where did that put us? Put me, at least, 25% up for the year. Not even, actually, 20% up for the year. And you're telling me I can get 100% by just making $100 a day? Yeah, okay. Everyone needs to take a chill pill, okay? Take a chill pill. Stop trying to make $1 million in 20 minutes. It takes time. All right, I'm going to move my stop loss up because this thing has already shown signs of strength right around this point right here. So 16.13, I'm going to mitigate some of my losses, potential losses. I'm going to cancel this out. All right, Aid. Can you break it? Can you break it? Break the 50-day. I guess I'll just pause the video and we'll come back here when, something actually happens. That looks pretty good. It's a little too late, but actually it's not late technically. It can break out right around, yeah. See what happens if it can break this. Oh, it's gonna break that. Fudge. Should probably get into this one too. Good support right around here. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I miss it. I missed it. Son of a gun. Come on, pull back a little bit. Okay, so I basically entered a trade right around here. Well, I didn't enter it yet. Man, I'm too slow. I really need to work on my speed. I hope that, like, I realize this. I probably need a new brokerage, honestly. Something that can move me quicker. Oh my gosh, this happens pretty often. Come on, NIO. Refresh. So I have shares to buy right here, and then I have my stop loss right around this point. Probably plan on moving it upwards just a little bit here in a moment. It would be nice to see. Alright, whatever. I'll drop myself. I'm taking a $25 risk on this trade. 387. Hey, I got filled. Okay. Okay, so my position's there. Got 100 shares at $4.22. My stop loss is way down here, which I'm going to go ahead and move that up now to right about here. Honestly, it'd be right better right around here. 4.07. Stop loss 4.07. So if this goes the opposite direction, I lose a whopping 15 doll hairs. But that hammer candle that formed, yeah, there's a lot of resistance right up in here. I'd like to see it break above, but then you have this volume surge right here. You have the hammer candle. I feel like you can see continued momentum in this trade. So let's get this. That's how it's supposed to be a white line. Represent my wave the white flag. Stop loss. No. All right. So I'm in another trade. Hallelujah. Look at it break. See, it's all about being patient because I could have entered up here when it was like reached up there, but I was like, you know what? Let's pull it back. Strong areas. Strong area right here. Look at that. That's a nice big green candle. That's good. It's a good sign. Actually move it now below this candle. 414. Mitigate more of my loss. Now I have a total loss of $8 if it goes the opposite direction. You know, that's technically the only thing that you can control in the stock market is what you risk. So you might as well be very good at managing your risk. Let's take a look back at Rite Aid. It's kind of forming what's called a descending triangle. No, it's forming a flag, I guess. But you see how it's being pushed lower lows and still higher highs. So basically what this is telling me, boom, get another one of those. This is hard to say what it's going to do, but you have all this volume, so this is technically a bull flag pattern. It could come down, back down to here, but if it can break this, that'd be a good sign. I would like to see these I would like to see these more straight, you know, kind of creating like a launch pad like that, but it's been also, the bear's been coming in, the buyer's been coming in. So, NIO. Hello. I'm going to just go ahead and move my stop loss here because this looks like a little whacker wonker. Oh man, there it goes. 4.27. I'm now in the green officially in this trade. Dang, this thing is moving. Oh, see, that was a big move up. I might just move my stop loss up to take my profits. 4.35. There we go. About $15. Yep, boom. About made $15 on the trade. That thing moved up quick. And I wanted to take my profits up here while I could, so I didn't feel like getting stuck in it. And plus, I only bought 100 shares, and it was just kind of a slow mover. So, Rite Aid. What's Rite Aid doing? I thought I was. Oh, it broke that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move this stop loss up even closer now. 16, 18, 16, 15, 16, 18. Yeah, it's gonna stop me out. So, looks like the bears gained the momentum on this one. Push through the flag pattern. I mean, technically, it could be like this. You know, I guess. But when it broke this, that kind of gives me less hope. Let's see. Come on, Rite Aid. You can do it. You can do it. You got all the sellers, the short sellers, like, you can do it. Fall. Flush. Let me see how the indicators look. And the indicators aren't bad. Excuse me. Oh, there it goes. that moved quick. Okay. I was about to change it up. Okay, so I got stopped out of this one, but I lost a total of $8. So that's good. That's a good reason why you got to mitigate risk. Now it's coming up to some decent support here, so it could bounce again. But after it breaks that pattern, I'm good. I'm good with taking an $8 loss. All right, let's see what else is out there. Man, this consolidation, it's just right below this right here. So, man, if it can break above that, it'd be a monster move. It'd be so good. But that break, man, I don't know. See it potentially if it came back down here. No, I'm done with that one. Let's check out my next little mover here. Peloton. Do you get exercise? I don't. I need to. Right here. Be a good buy at 28, 30. Yeah, 28, 30 would be a good one. Be a good little buy entry. Let me see here overall. Yeah, it's bullish contacts. Man, if it can reach that, that'd be a good area. And then, put in a stop loss right around here. Is it right here? Yeah, right here would be fine. 28, 20. Buy. 50 shares, 28, 30. 35. I'm gonna do 28, 35. I don't think it's gonna reach that. I'm gonna place that order. Oh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'd buy another 50 right around here. 28, 30. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna reach that area. Dang. But if we see it pull down a little bit more, that'd be cool. So 28, I'm gonna do 28.40. 42. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and modify this to 28.42. Shares, and I'm going to put a stop loss in pretty much below that candle. 28. The low of that candle was. I'm going to do 28. 28. Yeah, so I'm going to buy a stop loss. Sell a stop. 50 shares. 28. 28. I have to wait to see if my order fills because I chose not to do it in the same order. Okay, this is where patience comes in. Patience comes in. I could buy it up here, but I don't want to. All right, let's do this. 28, 28. So I'm gonna move. White line, stop loss, green line, entry. Now you're like, why are you right above this support? Honestly, it's going to be more like this when the candle forms. Just giving it a little bit of room to breathe. Probably move it right up here. Actually, I don't even have a stop loss really yet. Because my order's not filled. Alright, it looks like I'll get filled here. And then I'm going to move it to 28.32. Come on. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Ooh, it gapped down a little bit on that. Interesting. That's not good. Oh, that candle's ugly. Oh my gosh. It's moving. Alright, this thing is jumpy. Yeah. 28, 28. 50 shares. Let me see here about doing the math. I'll do the math right now. I'm going to guess it's right around 20 or 30 bucks. So we got... my entry point was 28.42. Oh boy, yeah. 28.42. This thing should be right down here. 28.22. But 28.42. I'm not really risking too much there. Shouldn't really complain. I thought I had more shares. Or did I? Yeah, I'm only risking 14 cents a share, and I bought 50, so $7. Well, okay, I'll be fine. It's okay. Yeah, that's what's called somewhat of a hammer, inverted hammer candle on this move up. So when you see this kind of stuff, you see a pullback and then a gap below this candle, which shows weakness. So really, honestly, it should be, the consolidation should be more right around here at 28.22. The high of this candle was what? 28.25, 28.25. I'm going to adjust it. Because, yeah, I might lose a few more extra dollars, but It'd be stupid just to be right around that area of support. Like, why am I going to put a stop loss right above support? It makes no sense. Oh, what do you know? I'll probably get stopped out either way. But, as you can see, that would almost had me. I wouldn't have, though. You can't get me. Alright, I'm good with this. Let me see. It's a good day. It's green day, baby. Green day. Let me log in. It has now been an hour of trading. I think things are slowing down a little bit. Just in my piton trade. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that would have stopped me out. So this is why I put it below that, because look at that bounce point. Charts. The amazing power of charts. So yeah, my stop loss has moved. So I would be out of the trade for a $7 loss, but because I adjusted, you know, you got to be quick, you got to be nimble, you got to have humility, you got to be willing to make quick decisions and change, and you also got to be willing to be able to make those changes quick, which I am not able to do that quickly. Whatever. After this trade, I'm done for the day. I'm tired. It's 7:30. Gotta work. Oh man, this is boring. I might just get out of it. Or should I not? Let's see how SPY's doing. Let's see how the markets are doing today. Ooh, blood in the water. It's not looking too good. On the daily though, let's see where it is. Ooh. See that candle right there? It's forming a inverted hammer. See where it bounced? Okay, so it bounced right there. There's a little bit of a pullback, but it fell below the 8-day moving average. Huh. And you have this crossover, which is a bearish sign. It's still above 1, so it's not like crazy. But if it gets below the 0 marker, if it comes down into the 0 marker, ooh, that's dirty. What's that little guy right there? Let me delete that. Yeah, that ain't looking too hot. It's still pushing downwards. Ooh, piton. Hello. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think I'm just going to get out of this dang thing. Yeah, it's going. Alright. I'm in the green. Break it, baby. Break it, baby. I'll just let it go. Ugh. That's a good candle right here. So notice how it would have stopped me out if I was right here, right? Remember, I had my stop loss here, and I made the adjustment to put it down here. Good decision, because it came down and touched that exact point of support and now bounced up. So I would have been out $7. Now my unrealized P&L is $1. That doesn't mean it can't just come back down and hit me out anyway, but, you know. It's a good thing that I caught that. Patience, young grasshopper. Patience. Let's see, we're on the 15-minute. Yeah, this will be a slow grinder if I can keep it in the positive here. Hello. Alright, well, see if there's any other volume being sent around anywhere. No, not really. Last day of the trading year. I want to get rich. That was sarcastic. Oh my gosh, I'm so done. Trading should be boring, to be quite frank. Because if you're like on your edge of the seat, you're like, your heart's racing, you're like, oh, every tick is like hundreds of dollars. Yeah, it's not good. Especially if you can't handle it. It is good if you can. Know what I'm saying? Let's see how much volume is going. I mean, there's a lot of volume. I don't know. What I would like to see is this to be broken. See, the high, this candle was 28.54, 28.54, 28.54. So clearly, there is some resistance at 28.55. On the daily, what do you know? No, I don't. 28.50. Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of resistance. I think it could break above that. Unless if this is a dead cat bounce on the daily. Very well, possibly, maybe. Okay. My stop loss is moving now to 28.34. A new candle formed. 28.34. Boom. Place it. Okay. Mitigated some more of my losses. So I'm looking at an 8-cent loss over 50 shares if I get stopped out. Whopping $4. Almost in the green. See it, come on, baby. Break it. Oh, it's breaking it. Hello. I'm going to go ahead and put my 28.49 and 28.49. It's good we waited. It's good we waited. I mean, it's not crazy, but whatever. Watch it. It usually comes down in backtest. Hopefully a backtest right around here. I should actually buy more shares at this point. That is a good sign right there. Come on, baby. Move it. So this, if it breaks the flag pattern, so you go from the bottom to the top, and you go to the breakout point bottom to the top, so it can reach up to here. Yeah, why not? It's not always accurate, but it's a rule, not even a rule of thumb, to be honest, but it could happen. Good thing we moved our stop loss, because we would have missed out on all of that. So I am officially in the green on this trade. Now it's just a question of not losing money. It's how much money can I make. That's a good position to be in. As you can see, I moved my stop loss up to here. That's still behind here because when it breaks, they are known to backtest. Backtest the breakout point, which in all honesty would be a good area to re-enter, like I previously said, but not to re-enter, to get potentially more shares at around this point. But I'm pretty good for the day. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna let this run for me and do its course. Ain't no one gonna watch this whole video. I'm tired. All right, new candle formed. Probably a new 15-minute candle formed too. No, 30-minute. After this candle's done forming, I'm going to move the stop loss pretty much above it. I don't feel like waiting around too much, or sorry, right below that candle that forms. It'd be cool to see another break. Not come retest this. All these moving averages are trending on the upward direction. That's a good sign. You got your MACD that's positive. It's flowing really well right over here. Just nice separation between the two. These are all good signs of a strong strong momentum play. I mean, I could put more shares at risk, but I don't want to jeopardize losing the money that I already made for the day. So if I were to go in here and I'm like, get stopped out and I take a $50 loss and end up with just $15 for the day. I mean, I've been here for an hour for $15. Like, it's minimum wage in some places. So what's the point of this extracurricular activity if that's all it's going to do for me? I mean, that would still be a good day, technically, finishing in the green, but to wipe away all my losses it just wouldn't be ideal. Look at this guy. Came down and almost hit my fake stop loss. My stop loss is down here still. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the retest. Right there. You always get some consolidation. Let's see where I'm at for the day. Did I beat yesterday? I did. If I sell out my position right now, I beat out yesterday. Not too bad. If I sell out my position. So if it stops down here, then I probably didn't. But you get the point. Bad little guy. Bedhead. I should wake up hella earlier and get, you know, a little workout in, feel more refreshed. But, man, you know. This is exciting stuff. It really is. Let's see if my chat is bringing up any other opportunities that I might be overlooking. No, it looks like most traders are pretty much done for the day. Did it just spike above that and I missed it? Son of a gun. That's a good sign though. New high. New high. Hey, that'd be cool if I could make like 20 bucks on this trade. Wasn't expecting all of that. That'd be cool. 16 bucks would be great. But it's patience. Patience. I'm curious to know how much data this takes up recording on my computer for over an hour. And I still don't know what I'm going to do about YouTube. I was planning on putting these as like a journal or a diary of my trade so I can watch myself do progress over time. Okay, so I'm going to put stop loss. Gosh, this is a tough one. If I put it right below this candle, I'm still above that line of resistance. So it almost makes sense to keep it here, but then you have this area of this candle right here showed resistance and then bounced back and broke through it. So I think I'm going to actually put my stop loss right about here, 28.72. Now that is good. Look at that. I'm at $20 unrealized P&L for this trade. I like that. I didn't think it was going to actually get there. I did. I knew. I knew for a fact. For a fact. So now, look at this, man. I should have bought 1 million shares. I should have went all in. Oh. Son of a bitch. Stop me out. Cool. Wait, it. Okay, yeah. It like took forever to load. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Did it not stop me out? Did it? Alright, so from this green line where I entered, went long, got this gap. That was 28.42 to 28.72. That's 30-cent gain. That's like good right there. All right, let's see where I finished for the day. Account. So I had a total of 4 different trades. $83 day. Nice. Nice. My last day of the trading. A goal of 100. Yesterday I did $77. Let's see where we're at for the month of December. Boom. 600 bucks. Not too shabby. Now, that for my total P&L, so I have a decent sized portfolio of $27,840. The month of December, I made almost 2% interest. Now, annual returns on that would equate to 25%. That's pretty good. That's more than what I got on my Roth 401k. These are the trades that I did. So I had some big ones in here. This was us. These were at the beginning of the month. Actually, you know what? These are just showing the symbols. So if I traded it multiple times, it's going to lift up anyway. But remember I mentioned my losses. This one right here, the Facebook trade, 562 bucks. And then it jumps from the biggest loss to 143. And this was even a mistake because of how volatile. I didn't recognize how fast of a mover it was. And then it goes to 60 bucks. So going into the new year, I really want to chip away these two, because if I would have basically let's just say 500, 600, about $700 right here in just two trades. And I still ended up being positive 600, but imagine being able to add in that additional $700. It'd be a lot bigger of a difference. So my point to all of this is the only thing that we can control is our risk. The only thing that I can control is my risk. So going forward, I don't want to see these huge losses right here. Now, I know for a fact these were only one trade, but like I said previously, these are the symbols. So maybe if I keep on trading Facebook, this is going to keep going down, or maybe it might be fixing itself. But just so you know, those two big trades really dampened my profits for December. But I still managed to, my first real trading month, not too bad. I'll take 1.9%. My bank, the best interest rate that I have, that from a reputable, good bank, Capital One, you can put $10,000 into an account. They give you 2% a year. I made 2% in a month. So, shakaka. All right, guys. Have a great day. Happy New Year. And ta-ta.